Tonight begins quietly, like a lamp glowing in a dark kitchen. The house has settled. The day has finally loosened its grip. Somewhere, a clock breathes softly, counting moments without hurry. You may be lying down, phone face down, lights already dim. Your body is tired, but the mind still walks in circles. Thoughts repeat themselves, like footsteps on a familiar floor. Work, conversations replay. Old worries knock. Habits whisper their lines. You did not invite them, yet they arrive all the same. This is not a failure. It is simply how minds learn patterns. Long ago, the Buddha noticed this gentle truth about the heart. He saw how thoughts follow grooves, like water in soft earth. What repeats often becomes a path, easy to step into. Tonight, there is no need to fight these paths, no need to judge them or push them away. We begin instead with kindness. The first quiet freedom. Imagine sitting beside a slow river at dusk. The water moves steadily, yet never argues with stones. It finds its way by patience, not by force. In the old teachings, this was often remembered softly. When a habit brings suffering, awareness brings space, and in that space, a new direction can appear. The Dhammapada speaks gently about this. Without command, what we think again and again shapes our inner home. So peace begins by noticing, not by controlling. You may recognize certain loops in your own life, reaching for comfort that never fully comforts, reacting in ways you promised yourself you would not. Please know this. Nothing is wrong with you. These cycles were learned while trying to survive and cope. They once helped, even if they no longer serve. The Buddha compared the mind to a garden tended daily. What is watered grows. What is neglected slowly fades. No blame lives in this teaching, only care. Tonight, we are not here to fix anything. We are here to rest beside understanding. Change, when it comes quietly and naturally. As the Sutta Nikaya gently reminds us, suffering eases when grasping loosens its fingers. This loosening begins with simple, calm attention. So for now, let the breath arrive on its own. Feel the weight of your body being held. Nothing more is required of you tonight. This story will move slowly, like walking barefoot on grass. We will explore how habits soften when seen clearly, and how peace grows when we stop pushing ourselves. You do not need to listen perfectly. You do not need to remember every word. Just let the voice keep you company. If you'd like, feel free to share where you're listening from tonight. Story 1. The cup left on the desk. The office was quiet after everyone finally went home. Only a small desk lamp stayed awake with you. A paper cup rested beside unfinished notes, forgotten and cooling. You stared at it without thinking, shoulders heavy, breath shallow. The day had asked for more than you had to give. Even now, your mind kept working, refusing rest. Long ago, a monk noticed this same habit in himself, thoughts returning again, like hands reaching for an empty cup. He learned to pause and simply notice the reaching. The Buddha once spoke of this gently, without blame. When desire repeats without awareness, it turns into suffering. But when seen clearly, it loosens its hold. You picked up the cup and felt its lightness. Nothing left inside, yet still taking space. Just like many thoughts you carry into the night. Work, worries, old conversations, imagined futures circle quietly. They feel important, yet offer nothing nourishing now. Still, the mind reaches out of old habit. In the Satipatthana teaching, attention is a soft lamp. It illuminates without burning, watches without chasing. Seeing is enough. No fixing required. You gently set the cup into the trash, not with anger, not with force, just a small, natural movement of care. Something in your chest softened with that simple act. The mind noticed space where clutter once lived. No victory, just relief. Life teaches us habits slowly, through repetition and need. Breaking them begins the same quiet way. One moment of seeing, one gentle release. Tonight, you do not need to solve tomorrow. You only need to rest from carrying empty cups. Let them be set down, one by one. As the Dhammapada reminds us quietly, what we cling to shapes our suffering. What we release makes room for peace. If thoughts return, let them pass like co-workers leaving. No need to follow. No need to stay alert. The lamp can dim now. Rest comes when effort loosens its grip. Sleep arrives when holding becomes unnecessary. This is enough for tonight. Story 2. The light in the parking lot. The parking lot glowed under tall yellow lights. Your car waited patiently among silent rows. Night air felt cool against tired skin. You sat inside without starting the engine, hands resting, mind replaying meetings and missed words. The day followed you out here. A young monk once told his teacher about this. Thoughts chasing him even after duties ended. The teacher smiled and pointed to the moon. He said the mind reflects what it keeps staring at. Look at noise, and noise follows. Look at stillness, and stillness appears. In the Sayutta Nikaya, this was remembered softly. Where attention settles, the heart follows gently. No command, only direction. You noticed the light pooling on the asphalt. Moths circled slowly, without urgency. They moved, yet seemed at rest. Your breath began matching their rhythm. In, then out. Nothing forced, just allowing the body to arrive. So much effort goes into controlling outcomes. At work, at home, inside your own head. Control feels safe, until it becomes exhausting. The Buddha spoke kindly about this human wish. Trying to secure what constantly changes brings strain. Peace grows when we stop tightening around life. You turned the key. Engine, humming low. The sound grounded you in the present. No past. No future. Just this moment. Driving home. Streetlights passed like slow breaths. Each one appeared, then released behind you. None needed to be held. Habits of worry loosen this same way. By not feeding them with constant attention, they fade when left alone. Tonight, your task is not improvement. It is permission to stop managing everything. The body already knows how to rest. As the old teachings suggest gently, when effort softens, the mind follows. When the mind softens, sleep comes naturally. Let the lights pass. Let the day end. Nothing more is required of you now. Home is already waiting. Story 3. The quiet sink. Water ran softly in the kitchen sink. Plates stacked, untouched, reflecting pale light. The house felt paused between days. You leaned forward, hands braced, feeling tired. The mind kept listing tomorrow's responsibilities. Even small tasks felt heavy tonight. A story from the Jataka tells of a farmer. He worried endlessly about fields not yet planted. Sleep left him. Though the land was silent, an elder told him to listen to the soil. The earth rests between seasons, so must the mind. Between efforts, the Buddha often spoke of right timing. Not everything needs attention at once. Rest is part of wise action. You turned off the faucet and listened. Silence returned, full and gentle. Nothing asked anything from you. Dishes could wait. Thoughts could wait too. The body needed something simpler. Warmth, stillness, permission. In the Anguttara Nikaya, it is remembered. Care includes knowing when to stop. Endurance without rest becomes suffering. You dried your hands slowly. Each movement became its own small world. No rush lived there. So many habits grow from fear of falling behind. Yet falling behind is often an illusion. Life unfolds without constant pushing. You walked away from the sink. Light clicked off. Darkness welcomed you. Nothing followed. Tonight, allow unfinished things to remain unfinished. They will meet you again tomorrow. Better met with a rested heart. As the Buddha once reassured a restless monk, the path includes pauses, not just steps. Stopping can also be progress. Let the water rest. Let the mind rest. Sleep is not earned. It is allowed. This moment is already complete. Story 4. The train that passed. A distant train horn drifted through the window. Low, steady, then fading into night. You lay still, listening. Your thoughts moved like that train. Long, loud, carrying heavy cargo. They passed, yet left vibrations behind. A monk once asked how to quiet them. The Buddha did not tell him to stop thinking. He taught him to stop boarding every train. In the Majjhima Nikaya, this is shared gently. Thoughts arise on their own conditions. Freedom comes from not chasing them. You felt the mattress support your weight. The body knew how to settle. The mind simply needed permission. Each thought appeared like a passing car. Names, stories, worries, plans. None required your presence inside. You imagined standing safely beside the tracks, watching without movement, without judgment, just noticing sound and motion. This simple watching is an old practice. Not control, not escape, just awareness, calm and kind. Over time, the train grew quieter, or maybe your attention softened. Both feel the same in rest. Habits of rumination weaken here. They need participation to stay strong. Without it, they drift away. The Buddha spoke of this as skillful turning away from unhelpful patterns, turning toward ease. Tonight, you are allowed to stay on the platform. No tickets, no destinations, just stillness. Let the last echoes fade naturally. Nothing needs to replace them. Silence is enough. Sleep comes like the empty tracks after midnight. Open, quiet, ready to hold nothing. Remain here. Story 5. The unanswered email. The email notification glowed earlier than it should have. Unread. Waiting. Asking for attention. You chose not to open it. Now in bed, the message still hovered. What if it was urgent or disappointing? The mind filled in the blanks. A teaching from the Abhaya Sutta speaks softly here. Not every truth needs immediate response. Timing matters as much as words. You reminded yourself the day had ended. Night has its own purpose. Rest is not neglect. A monk once carried letters like stones. Each unread one weighed on his chest, until he learned to set them down at sunset. The Buddha praised this wisdom gently, knowing when to engage, when to rest. Balance protects the heart. You imagined placing the email on a shelf. It stayed there without falling apart. Nothing broke. The body relaxed slightly. Shoulders dropped. Jaw softened. Small signs of safety returned. So many habits grow from urgency, the belief that everything must be handled now. But night teaches a different rhythm. In the Sigalovada teaching, care includes rest. Even duties benefit from a rested mind. Tomorrow responds better to calm. You breathed slowly, evenly. Inbox closed. Mind closing too. Darkness felt friendly again. Let unanswered things remain unanswered. They will wait without harm. Peace does not require completion. Sleep arrives when urgency releases its grip. This is wisdom, not avoidance. Let it be so. Story 6. The old photograph. An old photograph slipped from a book earlier. A younger face smiled back at you. Memories stirred quietly. Regret often visits at night. What was said? What was missed? The mind replays with sharp clarity. The Buddha spoke tenderly about this pain. Clinging to past actions tightens suffering. Learning grows when we release blame. In the Kalama teaching, trust your own heart. See what brings peace. What brings tension. Choose gently. You imagined placing the photo back into the book, not hiding it, just resting it. The past allowed to sleep too. Life teaches through mistakes as well as success. No one escapes this schooling. Wisdom grows slowly. A monk once confessed shame to his teacher. The teacher listened, then bowed. Honesty itself was progress. Tonight, forgive the earlier version of yourself. They did what they could with what they knew. This is enough. The body cannot rest while carrying old judgments. Set them down for the night. They do not need guarding. As the Dhammapada whispers, peace comes from letting go, not rewriting history. The moment opens when hands unclench. Allow memory to fade into softness. Sleep welcomes the present only. Stay here. Story 7. The empty chair. An empty chair sat across the room. Light touched its edges gently. No one occupied it now. You thought of conversations never finished. Words held back. Emotions unspoken. The chair seemed to listen. In the Meghiya Sutta, restlessness is acknowledged kindly. The mind revisits what feels unresolved. Awareness eases the cycle. You imagined speaking once, softly, then letting silence answer. No argument followed. Some things do not need resolution. They need space and time. The heart understands this. The Buddha taught loving kindness without conditions, toward others, toward oneself. It lightens heavy rooms. You offered quiet goodwill to the empty chair. No expectations attached. Just release. The room felt calmer. Nothing demanded reply. Sleep drew closer. Let unfinished conversations rest. They can continue another day. Tonight is for stillness. Story 8. The late bus. A bus passed outside. Nearly empty. Its windows glowed softly. It carried no urgency. You remembered rushing once. Always late. Now there was nowhere to go. Still, the habit lingered. The Buddha spoke of the middle way. Neither rushing nor resisting. Just moving with life. You matched your breath to the bus's rhythm. Slow. Steady. Unforced. Arrival without effort. Habits soften when urgency fades. Time opens. Spacious and kind. Rest follows. Let the bus go. You are already where you need to be. Sleep holds you. Story 9. The quiet hallway. The hallway light was dim and warm. Shadows stretched peacefully. The house slept around you. Walking slowly, you felt your steps, each one grounded, complete. No destination required. Mindfulness was taught this way. Attention in simple movement. Freedom in small moments. You returned to bed lighter. The day stayed behind. Night welcomed you fully. Story 10. The bell at dawn. A temple bell once rang before sunrise. Its sound traveled far, then disappeared. Nothing chased it. The Buddha taught impermanence gently. All things rise and fade, including worries. Tonight, let thoughts ring and dissolve. Do not follow their echo. Silence remains. Sleep is that silence. Rest within it. All is well. Story 11. The window left open. The window was left open just a little. Night air slipped inside. Cool and patient. Curtains moved with slow, easy breaths. You lay listening to distant sounds. A car far away. A dog settling down. The world was not asking anything of you. Your mind, however, kept checking its lists, bills, promises, small, forgotten details. Habits of vigilance do not end easily. Long ago, a monk slept beside an open window. He worried about the cold, the noise, the risk. His teacher said nothing, only smiled. Later, the monk noticed something important. The air entered, then left, without harm. Nothing was lost by allowing it. The Buddha spoke gently about guarding the senses, not by tightening, but by understanding. Fear lessens when met with awareness. You felt the air touch your face. It did not disturb. It soothed. The body responded before the mind agreed. So many habits come from trying to control. We close ourselves to stay safe. Yet peace needs a little openness. In the Sayutta Nikaya, this is remembered quietly. When grasping relaxes, ease naturally appears. Nothing extra is required. You imagined worries drifting out the window. Not pushed, not thrown, just carried by the same air. Your chest rose and fell more deeply now. The body trusted the night again. Safety returned without effort. You did not need to watch the window. The world could move on its own. So could your thoughts. As sleep approached, the lesson stayed simple. Openness does not weaken us. It lets peace come in. Story 12. The cupboard light. The cupboard light stayed on after dinner. A small glow in the quiet kitchen. You noticed it from the hallway. For a moment, irritation surfaced. One more thing, unfinished. One more reminder of effort. A teaching from the Vitakasantana Sutta comes softly. Not every thought needs feeding. Some fade when ignored. You turned off the light gently. The kitchen returned to rest. No tension followed. So many inner lights stay on at night. Old conversations, imagined outcomes. They drain us without notice. The Buddha spoke of skillful attention. Where we place it matters deeply. Energy follows awareness. You imagine dimming the mind's cupboards, one by one, without hurry. Nothing essential lost. Darkness felt kind, not empty. The body relaxed into it. Rest felt closer now. Peace grows from small acts, turning off what is no longer needed. This is wisdom too. Story 13. The slow elevator. The elevator descended slowly, humming, Numbers changed without urgency. You leaned against the wall. Waiting has always been difficult. The mind rushes ahead. The body stays behind. A monk once complained about delays. His teacher said delays teach patience. Patience teaches freedom. In the Majjhima Nikaya, time is not the enemy. Resistance to time creates suffering. Acceptance opens space. The elevator stopped softly. Doors opened without drama. Nothing was lost by waiting. Tonight, allow yourself to arrive slowly. Sleep does not respond to force. It welcomes patience. Story 14. The folded blanket. A blanket lay folded at the foot of the bed. Soft. Familiar. Reassuring. You pulled it closer. Comfort often feels undeserved. The mind whispers about productivity. Rest feels like a luxury. The Buddha never taught rest as reward. He taught it as necessity. A calm mind supports wisdom. Wrapped in warmth. The body softened. Thoughts slowed naturally. No permission required. Let yourself be held. Nothing more needs proving. Sleep honors effort already given. Story 15. The unsent message. A message stayed unsent in your phone. Words typed, then erased. Silence chosen instead. The Abhaya Sutta speaks gently here. Speech should bring benefit, not harm. Sometimes silence is kindest. You felt relief in not sending. The body noticed first. The mind followed slowly. Some habits soften by not acting. Restraint can be compassion. Peace respects timing. Story 16. The porch light. A porch light glowed across the street. Moths gathered, then drifted away. Nothing stayed long. Impermanence is not threat. It is release. The Buddha reminded us, often, thoughts come, thoughts go. You remain. Rest lives there. Story 17. The warm mug. A mug once warmed your hands. Now it rested empty. Heat gone. Comfort remembered. Not all comfort must continue. Memory is enough. Clinging extends discomfort. The Dhammapada whispers this kindly. Letting go brings peace. Sleep agrees. Story 18. The narrow path. A narrow path once worried you. Each step felt risky, yet it carried you through. Life is like this. Uncertain, yet supportive. Trust grows with walking. Tonight, trust the body. It knows how to rest. Sleep follows trust. Story 19. The clock without numbers. A clock ticked without numbers. Only movement remained. Time lost its pressure. The Buddha taught freedom from measuring. Presence replaces counting. Peace replaces hurry. Let time dissolve tonight. Nothing needs tracking. Sleep has no schedule. Story 20. The last candle. A candle burned low in memory. Its flame steady. Small. Enough light. No more. The Buddha taught the middle way. Neither clinging nor denying. Just enough. Let the flame fade naturally. Darkness holds you kindly. Rest completes the lesson. Story 21. The quiet notebook. The notebook lay closed beside the bed. Its cover slightly worn. Corners soft from use. You had written many plans inside it before. Tonight, it stayed closed. No lists were needed now. The pen rested without purpose. Your mind, however, kept writing silently. Things to fix, to improve, to explain. Habitual motion. Learned over many years. A monk once carried a notebook everywhere. He feared forgetting something important. His teacher watched this with gentle eyes. One evening, the teacher placed the notebook aside. He said, "The heart remembers what truly matters. The rest can sleep." In the Anguttara Nikaya, this wisdom appears quietly. Overthinking does not protect us from loss. Presence protects us from exhaustion. You noticed how your breathing slowed. No effort. No instruction. The body recognized safety. The notebook remained closed. Nothing urgent escaped from it. Tomorrow would open it again, if needed. Tonight, you were allowed to stop recording life. Allowed to simply be inside it. The mind softened at this permission. The Buddha taught that grasping includes planning. Holding too tightly to the future creates strain. Letting go invites ease. You imagined thoughts resting like pages untouched. White space. Calm and open. No words demanded to be written. Sleep came closer when nothing needed documenting. Memory relaxed its grip. Awareness widened gently. As the night deepened, understanding settled in. Not everything needs to be captured. Some moments are meant only to pass. And in this passing, rest is found. The notebook sleeps. So can you. This is enough. Story 22. The shoes by the door. Shoes rested neatly by the door. Worn soles. Familiar shape. They had carried you through much. You glanced at them before bed. Workdays. Errands. Long walks. Each step remembered quietly. The mind often keeps walking at night, replaying paths already taken, wondering if there was a better route. A story from the Sutta Nikaya speaks softly here. A monk obsessed over his progress. The Buddha reminded him to sit. Walking has its time. So does stillness. Wisdom knows the difference. You felt gratitude for those shoes. They did their work well. Now they could rest. Your feet relaxed under the blanket. Muscles released their effort. The body followed the example. So many habits come from endless motion. The fear that stopping means falling behind. Yet stopping is how balance returns. The Buddha spoke kindly about contentment. Enough effort is enough. Excess brings fatigue. Tonight, let your inner walking pause. No more paths need reviewing. The door is closed. As sleep approached, a gentle truth remained. Rest prepares tomorrow's steps. Stillness supports all movement. Story 23. The dimmed screen. The phone screen dimmed automatically. Light fading without command. It knew when to soften. You watched it briefly, then placed it face down. The room grew darker, calmer. The mind still flickered with images. News. Messages. Unfinished scrolling. Habits formed through repetition. The Buddha spoke of sense restraint gently. Not rejection, but wise use. Knowing when enough is enough. In the Satipatthana teaching, awareness leads. We notice what agitates. Then choose rest. You imagined dimming inner screens too. Turning down brightness. Reducing noise. The body responded immediately. Eyes relaxed. Breath deepened. Sleep felt closer. Not all stimulation is nourishment. Quiet feeds something deeper. Peace grows there. As the screen slept, so did the mind. Nothing more to see. Nothing more to chase. Story 24. The laundry basket. The laundry basket waited patiently. Clothes folded. Unfolded. Folded again. The cycle never truly ends. You smiled faintly at this thought. Life, repeating in small ways. Habits built through routine. A monk once complained about repetition. The Buddha smiled and spoke of patience. Cycles are teachers too. In the Mahasatipatthana Sutta, daily acts matter. Mindfulness lives in ordinary moments, not just special ones. Tonight, the basket could wait. Cleanliness had already been restored. Perfection was unnecessary. You allowed the cycle to pause. The mind followed suit. Rest welcomed repetition's end. Sleep comes when we stop trying to finish life. Some things continue without us. That is okay. Story 25. The empty calendar square. Tomorrow's calendar square was blank. No meetings scheduled yet. White space remained. The mind rushed to fill it. What should be done? What must be achieved? The Buddha spoke of craving for becoming, always needing the next thing. Peace lives beyond that reach. You imagined leaving the square empty, letting life decide later. Now was for rest. The body relaxed with that choice. Nothing demanded planning. Sleep settled in gently. Story 26. The warm shower memory. Earlier, warm water touched your shoulders. Steam rose softly. Muscles loosened. That warmth lingered in memory. Comfort does not vanish immediately. The body remembers kindness. The Buddha taught compassion begins with oneself. Care is not selfish. It sustains clarity. You let the memory soothe you again. No effort required. Sleep deepened. Story 27. The closed door. A door clicked shut somewhere nearby. Final. Gentle. The sound brought relief. Boundaries matter. The Buddha taught, knowing when to stop engaging. Protection without isolation. Tonight, the world stays outside. Your inner space remains quiet. Sleep guards it kindly. Story 28. The fading scent. A faint scent of soap lingered. Clean. Simple. Soon it faded. Impermanence is soft, not harsh. Everything changes naturally, including tension. The Buddha reminded us often, nothing needs holding forever. Release is built in. Let the scent go. Let thoughts go. Sleep remains. Story 29. The slow fan. A fan turned slowly overhead. Steady. Predictable. Nothing rushed. The mind matched its pace. Thoughts spaced out. Silence expanded. The middle way appears here. Neither still nor frantic. Just enough motion. Sleep arrived on that rhythm. Unforced. Reliable. Trustworthy. Story 30. The last thought. One final thought appeared. Then another. Then space. The Buddha taught thoughts end on their own. No pushing required. Watching is enough. As awareness rested, sleep followed. Nothing left to do. All is well. Story 31. The quiet streetlight. The streetlight outside your window hums softly. Its glow pools on the pavement like warm honey. Nothing moves beneath it now. You notice how the light never chases anyone. It simply shines. Steady and patient. Cars pass earlier. People pass earlier. Yet the light remains. Your mind has not learned this yet. It still follows every passing thought. Each worry feels like a traveler demanding attention. A monk once asked the Buddha how to stop chasing thoughts. The Buddha did not say to stop them. He said to become like a lamp. In the Sayutta Nikaya, this wisdom appears quietly. Awareness illuminates without clinging. Seeing is enough. You rest your attention gently. Like that streetlight, thoughts pass through its glow. None are invited to stay. Work concerns wander by. then drift away. Old regrets pause briefly, then fade. Future plans lose their urgency. The body responds to this steadiness. Breath deepens. Shoulders soften. The nervous system feels seen. So many habits are built from chasing approval, security, certainty, yet peace never runs. The Buddha spoke of stillness as strength, not frozen, not dull, simply present and open. You imagine yourself glowing softly. No effort, no performance, just being here. The streetlight continues its work. It does not worry about sunrise. It trusts its time will end naturally. Tonight, you do not need to solve anything. You only need to shine gently. Sleep finds those who stop running. And as the old teaching reminds us quietly, when the mind stops chasing shadows, rest arrives on its own. Story 32. The stack of papers. A stack of papers sits on the table. Edges uneven. Corners bent. They wait without complaint. You remember promising to organize them. Bills. Notes. Instructions. Responsibility piled into paper form. At night, these stacks grow heavier. They turn into mental weight. Each page whispers urgency. A monk once carried scrolls everywhere, afraid of losing something important. His teacher asked him to set them down. The Buddha taught this gently in the Anguttara Nikaya. Holding too much creates imbalance. Wisdom knows when to put things down. You imagine the papers resting peacefully. They are not harmed by waiting. Neither are you. Your hands relax under the blanket. They no longer grip invisible pages. The body feels lighter. Habits of over-responsibility grow quietly. From care, from fear, from love. But rest also serves love. The Buddha spoke of effort with balance. Too tight. The string breaks. Too loose. No music plays. Tonight, you loosen the string. Not abandoning duty, just pausing it. The papers will meet you tomorrow, with clearer eyes and steadier hands. For now, they sleep. And, as your mind settles, a truth remains. Rest is not avoidance. It is preparation. Story 33. The evening walk memory. Earlier, you walked as the sun lowered. Shadows stretched across sidewalks. Air cooled gently. Your pace slowed without instruction. The body knows evening. It remembers ancient rhythms. Yet later, the mind forgot. It kept racing, planning, replaying, habit louder than instinct. The Buddha often spoke of returning to the body, breath, steps, sensation. Home is always there. In the Satipatthana Sutta, walking is meditation. Each step complete. Each moment sufficient. You recall the feeling of that walk. Feet touching ground. No destination pressing. The memory steadies you now. Breath aligns with that earlier pace. Muscles release their guard. So many nights are restless from forgetting. Forgetting the body's wisdom, forgetting you already arrived. Tonight, you walk no further. The journey pauses here. The path holds you. The Buddha once told a monk, wherever you stand, be there fully. Peace follows presence. Let this memory carry you into sleep. No more steps needed. Rest is the destination. Story 34. The open book. A book lies open on the nightstand. Its pages gently curved. Mid-sentence. Mid-thought. You meant to finish the chapter, but the eyes grew heavy. The body chose rest. The mind sometimes resists stopping. It wants completion. Resolution. Habit confuses rest with failure. The Buddha spoke kindly about this grasping. Desire for endings creates tension. Peace allows things to remain unfinished. In the Majjhima Nikaya, this is remembered. Not everything needs conclusion now. Understanding ripens in its own time. You imagine closing the book slowly, a ribbon marking the place. Nothing is lost. The story will wait for you. It does not hurry you. Neither should you. So many inner stories run endlessly, trying to reach a final answer. Rest interrupts them gently. Tonight, allow the chapter to pause. Life continues without your supervision. Sleep completes what effort cannot. And as the Buddha's wisdom whispers softly, letting be is also knowing. Rest teaches what striving cannot. Story 35. The cooling room. The room cools gradually, temperature shifting without notice. The body adjusts naturally. You pull the blanket slightly higher. A simple, caring movement. No thought required. Adaptation happens quietly. The body is skilled at it. The mind often forgets this trust. The Buddha taught confidence in natural processes. Everything seeks balance, including you. In the Sayutta Nikaya, this trust is clear. Struggle adds heat. Acceptance cools. You feel comfort spread evenly. No part needing correction. Just settling. Habits of resistance warm the mind. Fighting what is. Rest cools it down. Tonight, let balance find you. No adjustments needed. Sleep arrives gently. Story 36. The quiet radio. A neighbor's radio once played softly. Music barely audible. Then it stopped. Silence followed without effort. The mind noticed the space. It felt safe. The Buddha spoke of silence as nourishment. Not emptiness, but fullness without noise. In the Abhidhamma, calm states are cultivated. They grow when disturbance ends. Naturally, you let inner noise fade similarly. No force applied. Just listening. Sleep settles into the silence. Like music resolving, peace remains. Story 37. The grocery list. A grocery list rests on the counter. Milk, bread, simple things. Nothing urgent. The mind turns even lists into pressure. Forgetting feels dangerous. Yet forgetting sometimes is rest. The Buddha taught simplicity. Few desires. Few burdens. Enough is plenty. You trust the list will be there. Tomorrow remembers. Tonight rests. Story 38. The passing cloud. A cloud drifted across the moon earlier. Light dimmed. Then returned. Nothing dramatic. The Buddha often used this image. Thoughts are clouds. Awareness is the sky. You rest as the sky now. Thoughts pass. You remain. Sleep is this openness. Wide, gentle, clear. Stay here. Story 39. The settling house. The house makes small settling sounds. Wood cooling. Pipes quieting. A living structure resting. You are like this house, built of effort and care, needing rest. The Buddha spoke of the body as a dwelling. Treat it kindly. Let it sleep. Story 40. The final exhale. One breath leaves slowly. Another follows. Nothing forced. The Buddha taught release at every moment. Exhaling is letting go. Inhaling is trust. As breath softens, sleep arrives. No resistance left. All is at peace. Story 41. The lamp on the stair. The lamp on the stair stayed on overnight. Its glow reached halfway down the steps. Not bright. Not dim. Just enough. You noticed it while passing earlier. A quiet sense of safety followed. No darkness felt threatening with that light there. Now in bed, your mind still climbs stairs, replaying moments, anticipating tomorrow, always moving upward or downward. A monk once spoke of this restlessness, always climbing toward improvement, always descending into doubt. The Buddha listened patiently. Then he pointed to a single lamp. He said, "Light the step you are on." In the Sutta Nikaya, this appears gently. Suffering grows when we leap ahead. Peace lives in the present step. You imagine that stair lamp again. It does not illuminate the whole house. It only offers what is needed now. Your breath becomes that light. One inhale, one exhale. No future stairs required. The body relaxes with this simplicity. Muscles no longer prepare to move. The nervous system feels allowed to stop. So many habits are built from urgency. The belief that everything must be seen. Everything must be solved. But wisdom is quieter than that. It trusts the next step will appear, only when needed. Tonight, you stand on this step, supported, lit, complete, no climbing necessary. The lamp hums softly in memory. It will turn off in the morning. For now, it rests with you. And as the Buddha's gentle voice reminds us, when we stop racing ahead, the mind finally rests. Story 42. The empty bowl. An empty bowl sat on the counter. Clean. Dry. Waiting. It had already done its work. Earlier, it held something warm. Soup. Maybe rice. Comfort offered and received. Now it asked for nothing. It was content being empty. Still useful. Still complete. A monk once complained about emptiness. He feared it meant loss. The Buddha smiled kindly. In the Dhammapada, this wisdom is simple. Emptiness makes space for nourishment. Clinging leaves no room. You felt this truth quietly. Your mind often fears emptiness, silence, pauses, unfinished moments. Yet the bowl looked peaceful. No tension, no lack, just readiness. Your body understands this too. It does not need constant input. Rest is nourishment. So many habits come from filling time, filling silence, trying to avoid stillness. But stillness is where healing lives, where the mind resets itself, where sleep grows naturally. You imagine your thoughts like bowls, some full, some empty, all acceptable. Tonight, allow emptiness. No need to fill every space. Let the bowl rest. As the Buddha taught gently, contentment is knowing when enough is enough. Peace follows simplicity. The empty bowl waits quietly. So can you. Sleep comes easily here. Story 43. The folded letter. A letter once folded carefully. Edges creased with intention. Words held inside. It was never sent. Not from fear, but from wisdom. The moment passed. At night, unsent things return. What we almost said, what we held back. A monk once carried many unsent letters, each one heavy with emotion. His teacher asked him to read them aloud. After reading, the monk bowed. He no longer needed to send them. Understanding had already arrived. The Buddha spoke of right speech. Words should bring harmony. Silence can do the same. You imagine folding your own unspoken words, not discarding them, just resting them. The body loosens with this image. The jaw unclenches. The throat softens. Habits of replaying conversations grow from care. The wish to be understood, to be seen. But tonight, you are already seen. By your own awareness, by this quiet moment. No letter needs sending now. The night receives everything, without reply. As the Buddha taught compassionately, peace is found when expression finds rest. Silence completes the message. Story 44. The cooling teapot. A teapot cooled slowly on the stove. Steam faded into air. Warmth remained inside. You remembered waiting for tea, watching steam rise patiently. No rush involved. Now the mind rushes differently, trying to hold warmth forever, trying to prevent cooling. The Buddha taught impermanence gently. Everything warms and cools. This is not loss. In the Majjhima Nikaya, this truth appears softly. Clinging to warmth creates suffering. Trusting change brings peace. You feel the warmth still present, even as it fades. Comfort does not vanish instantly. The body knows how to regulate. It adjusts without panic. The mind can learn this too. So many habits form from fear of change, trying to freeze moments. But life flows regardless. Tonight, allow cooling, allow rest. Nothing essential disappears. As sleep approaches, wisdom settles in. What changes does not harm you. It teaches you. The teapot rests now. So can you. Peace cools the mind. Story 45. The long hallway. A long hallway stretched quietly. Lights dimmed at intervals. No one walking now. You remembered pacing hallways before. Waiting for news. Waiting for answers. Waiting can tire the soul. The mind leans forward, never fully here. A monk once asked about waiting. The Buddha replied gently, stop leaning into time. In the Sanyutta Nikaya, patience is praised, not passive, but grounded, present without strain. You imagine standing still in that hallway. No destination, calling, just standing. The body releases tension. Knees soften. Breath deepens. Waiting transforms into resting. Time loosens its grip. Peace replaces anticipation. Tonight, there is nothing to wait for. Sleep arrives without schedule. Trust this. As the Buddha's teaching whispers, when the heart stops leaning forward, it finally rests. Story 46. The open palm. Your hand rests open on the blanket. Fingers relaxed. Nothing held. So much of life is gripping. Holding roles. Outcomes. Control. The body mirrors this. The Buddha often taught with his hands. Open palm. Empty. A symbol of release. In the Abhidhamma, grasping creates tension. Letting go creates calm. The body knows this instinctively. You feel it now. Open hand. Open breath. Open mind. Thoughts pass more easily. Nothing catches. Nothing sticks. Habits of control soften here. You do not need to manage sleep. It comes when allowed. Tonight, let the hand remain open. Let life rest there briefly, then drift away. As the Buddha gently reminds, what we release returns as peace. Sleep holds that truth. Story 47. The evening breeze. A breeze moved through trees earlier. Leaves whispered softly. No direction insisted. You felt it on your skin. Cool. Kind. Gone quickly. The Buddha compared thoughts to breezes. They pass without intention. No need to chase them. In the Satipatthana teaching, observation is enough. Feel, notice, release. Repeat gently. You imagine that breeze again, moving through the mind, clearing without effort. The body relaxes into this flow. Nothing stagnant remains. Sleep arrives like calm air. Story 48. The shelf of memories. A shelf holds small objects, photos, souvenirs, quiet reminders. They stay without demanding attention. At night, memories step forward, some warm, some heavy, all seeking recognition. The Buddha taught remembering with wisdom, neither clinging nor rejecting, just knowing. You imagine placing memories back on the shelf, not hiding them, just letting them rest. The mind thanks you. The body settles. Sleep deepens. Story 49. The slow clock. A clock ticks steadily nearby. No hurry in its sound, just rhythm. Time does not rush you. Only the mind does. The Buddha noticed this long ago. In the Dhammapada, haste is suffering, patience is peace, rhythm restores balance. You align with the ticking, breath matching sound, sleep follows rhythm. Story 50. The final light. One last light fades in memory. Darkness arrives gently. Nothing resists. The Buddha taught release at life's end. Each night practices this wisdom. Letting go prepares rest. As awareness softens, sleep holds you. No fear remains. All is quiet. Story 51. The quiet key ring. The key ring rests on the small table by the door. Metal cool. Familiar weight. Keys no longer needed tonight. Earlier, they opened offices, cars, locked rooms. They answered demands all day. Now they lie still, complete. You notice how even keys get to rest. They are not expected to open everything at once. Their usefulness pauses without guilt. Your mind, however, keeps turning keys, unlocking worries, revisiting old rooms. Habitual movement learned through years of responsibility. A monk once told the Buddha he felt needed constantly, always opening something for someone else, always alert. The Buddha listened with kind attention. He held up his own empty hand. Even hands must rest. He said gently, in the Anguttara Nikaya, this is remembered. Service without rest leads to exhaustion. Care includes knowing when to stop. You imagine placing your worries beside the keys, lined up neatly, not scattered. They can stay there until morning. Your breath slows as the image settles. The chest softens. Nothing pulls you forward now. So many habits form around being needed, being useful, being available. But worth is not measured by effort. The Buddha taught intrinsic value. You matter even in stillness, especially in stillness. Tonight, you are allowed to be locked in, protected, quiet, undisturbed. No doors require opening. The keys will wait patiently. They always do. So can tomorrow. As the teaching whispers kindly, rest is not abandonment of duty. It is respect for life. Sleep comes easily when effort ends. Let the keyring stay silent. You are safe now. Story 52. The warm socks. Warm socks cover your feet. Soft fabric. Gentle pressure. Comfort spreads upward. The body responds quickly to warmth. Muscles loosen. Signals of safety return. The mind often ignores these signals. It stays alert, scanning, Old survival habits linger. A monk once complained of cold nights. His teacher handed him a blanket. No sermon followed. The Buddha understood the body's needs. He never denied comfort. He taught moderation, not denial. In the Vinaya teachings, care is practical. Warmth supports clarity. Kindness begins with the body. You feel your toes relax. The feet no longer brace. The body receives the message. Nothing is wrong right now. No danger present. Rest is appropriate. So many nights are restless from ignoring the body, trying to think our way to sleep. But sleep listens to sensation. You sink deeper into the mattress. Warmth spreading like reassurance. The breath follows naturally. Tonight, allow comfort without question. You do not need to earn it. It is already here. As the Buddha taught quietly, a cared-for body supports a peaceful mind. Let both rest. Story 53. The empty sink at night. The sink is empty now. No dishes waiting. Water long turned off. Earlier, hands moved automatically. Rinsing, scrubbing, stacking. Small tasks done without thought. Now the sink reflects dim light. Smooth, still, nothing to accomplish. The mind struggles with this kind of stillness. It looks for tasks. Old habits scan for problems. A monk once asked how to stop doing. The Buddha replied simply, see when doing is finished. In the Satipatthana teaching, completion is awareness. Knowing a task has ended, letting it end fully. You recognize the sink as complete. No hidden obligation remains. The body mirrors this sense. Shoulders drop slightly. Jaw unclenches. The nervous system exhales. Life offers many moments like this, but we often rush past them, carrying tasks into rest. Tonight, notice what is finished. Let it stay finished. You do not need to continue. As sleep approaches, understanding deepens. Completion is not dramatic. It is quiet. The Buddha's wisdom rests here. Peace comes from knowing when enough is enough. Sleep honors completion. Story 54. The soft pillow. The pillow adjusts under your head, supporting without effort, meeting you where you are. You do not shape it forcefully. It adapts on its own. Comfort finds its way. The mind often forgets this lesson, trying to force itself into peace, trying to control rest. The Buddha spoke of right effort, not too tight, not too loose. Gentle persistence. In the Majjhima Nikaya, this balance is praised. Striving creates tension. Allowing creates ease. You feel the pillow cradle your neck. No instruction needed. Support arrives naturally. Habits of forcing dissolve here. Sleep does not respond to pressure. It responds to safety. Tonight, let yourself be supported. You do not need to hold yourself up. The bed carries you. As the Buddha once reassured a weary monk, when effort softens, clarity appears. Rest follows clarity. Stay here. Supported. Nothing else is required. Sleep is already near. Story 55. The fading conversation. A conversation from earlier returns briefly. A tone. A pause. A word. It flickers, then steadies. At night, conversations replay, trying to resolve themselves. The mind seeks closure. A monk once asked about this habit. The Buddha spoke of letting echoes fade. Sound does not need chasing. In the Sutta Nikaya, this is remembered. Mental echoes arise from attachment. Release quiets them. You imagine the conversation as sound in a hall. It fades naturally. Silence returns. The body relaxes with this image. No response needed. No correction required. Some words are meant to pass. Not every moment needs perfection. Understanding grows with time. Tonight, allow silence to answer. It is often kinder. Sleep listens to silence. Story 56. The calm ceiling fan. The ceiling fan turns slowly above. Steady. Reliable. Nothing hurried. Air moves evenly across the room. Cooling. Consistent. Predictable. The mind often spins faster than this, trying to anticipate everything. Habit, fueled by fear. The Buddha taught steadiness. Calm repetition builds peace. Excess speed builds strain. In the Abhidhamma, calm factors are cultivated. Rhythm soothes the mind. Consistency signals safety. You match your breathing to the fan. In. Out. No rush. Thoughts slow in response. Gaps appear. Sleep steps into those gaps. Tonight. Trust steady motion. Nothing needs acceleration. Rest unfolds naturally. Story 57. The shoes untied. Your shoes are untied by the door. Laces loose. No readiness required. Earlier, they were tight. Prepared for movement. Now they signal rest. The Buddha spoke of signs like this. The body knows when to stop. Listen to it. You feel gratitude for stillness. Nothing to prepare for. Sleep welcomes this message. Story 58. The quiet corner. A corner of the room stays dim. Shadows soft. Nothing happening there. The Buddha taught appreciation of quiet places. Stillness supports insight. Silence heals. You rest attention in that corner. The mind follows. Sleep deepens. Story 59. The slow blink. Your eyes blink slowly. Lids heavier. Effort fades. The Buddha taught awareness of small moments. Blinking. Breathing. Resting. Liberation hides there. You allow the blink to linger. Darkness stays. Sleep arrives. Story 60. The gentle ending. The day releases its grip. Night holds you kindly. Nothing remains undone. The Buddha taught letting go at every moment. Each night practices freedom. Trust this teaching. As awareness softens, sleep embraces you. No resistance left. All is at ease. Story 61. The quiet shelf at night. The shelf stands quietly against the wall. Books line up gently. Spines worn. Colors softened by time. Nothing leans forward. Nothing asks to be opened. Earlier, these books offered answers, guidance, distraction. They held effort, curiosity, learning. Now they rest in silence, content with stillness. You notice how knowledge itself sleeps. It does not demand attention every hour. Even wisdom pauses when night arrives. Your mind, however, keeps reaching for answers, trying to solve old questions again. Habits learned from long days of responsibility. A monk once asked the Buddha how to quiet his searching. The Buddha did not offer more teachings. He invited the monk to sit quietly beside him. In the Majjhima Nikaya, this moment is remembered. Understanding deepens when seeking softens. Silence reveals what effort hides. You imagine placing your thoughts on the shelf, not discarding them, not judging them, simply letting them rest. Your breath slows as the image settles. The body recognizes permission. No more reaching needed tonight. So many habits are built around improvement. Be better. No more. Fix faster. Yet peace does not come from accumulation. The Buddha taught simplicity with great care. Few desires. Gentle mind. Rested awareness. The shelf remains steady. Books do not fall when untouched. Neither do you. Tonight, allow the mind to close its covers. Nothing essential will be lost. Understanding returns refreshed after rest. As the Buddha's gentle presence seems to say, wisdom rests as deeply as it works. Sleep is part of the path. Story 62. The porch after rain. The porch still smells of rain. Wood darkened. Air fresh and cool. Drops cling quietly to the railing. Earlier, the rain fell without warning. Steady. Honest. Complete. Then it passed. You remember standing near the window, watching water wash the day away. Something inside you softened. The Buddha often spoke of cleansing, not through force, but through allowing. Rain teaches this gently. In the Sayutta Nikaya, nature is a teacher. Everything arises. Everything passes. Nothing stays heavy forever. Now the porch rests. No storm. No motion. Just the quiet after release. Your mind knows storms too. Thoughts gather. Emotions pour. Then exhaustion follows. Tonight is the after rain moment. Nothing needs explanation. The air is already clear. You breathe in slowly. Coolness spreads through the chest. The body relaxes its guard. Habits of bracing remain from earlier storms. But the rain has ended. You can stand down. The Buddha taught this kindly. Do not keep holding the umbrella after clouds part. Notice when safety returns. As sleep approaches, the porch remains calm. Rainwater reflecting soft light. A quiet promise of renewal. Rest here. In the after-rain stillness, nothing presses now. Peace arrives naturally. Story 63. The drawer left closed. A drawer remains closed across the room. Inside, small items wait quietly. Nothing spills out. Earlier, that drawer held clutter. Receipts, cables, forgotten things. You meant to organize it someday. Tonight, it stays closed. No urgency follows. The world does not tilt. The Buddha spoke often of containment, knowing what to open, what to leave alone. Wisdom includes restraint. In the Anguttara Nikaya, this is clear. Not everything deserves attention now. Choice preserves energy. Your mind opens drawers at night. Old worries. Future fears. Things better left resting. You imagine gently closing them. No force. No frustration. Just recognizing the right time. The body relaxes with this image. Shoulders soften. Breath steadies. Habits of mental rummaging fade. Nothing important escapes. Silence feels safe. The Buddha once said to a restless student, "Peace comes from knowing where not to look. Let the drawer stay closed." Sleep agrees with this wisdom. It arrives when searching ends. Rest follows restraint. Story 64. The late-night bus stop. A bus stop stands empty under streetlight glow. Bench cool. Pavement quiet. No footsteps nearby. Earlier, people waited there, checking watches, shifting weight. Movement filled the space. Now there is no waiting, no destination pressing. The stop simply exists. The Buddha spoke of non-arriving, moments without seeking, presence without purpose. In the Dhammapada, Rest is praised. Freedom from chasing brings peace. Enough has already arrived. You imagine sitting at that bus stop, not waiting for anything, just sitting. The body responds warmly. Muscles loosen. The mind releases expectation. So many habits grow from constant waiting for approval. Results. Relief. Night invites release. Tonight, no bus is coming, and that is perfectly fine. You are already home. As the Buddha might say softly, when seeking ends, peace begins. Sleep welcomes those who stop waiting. Story 65. The quiet refrigerator hum. The refrigerator hums steadily in the kitchen. Low. Constant. Dependable. A sound of continuity. It keeps things safe without complaint. Day and night. No recognition required. You notice how comforting the sound is. Predictable. Calm. Nothing alarming. The Buddha taught steadiness. Consistency builds trust. The mind relaxes in reliability. In the Abhidhamma, calm factors grow through stability. Nothing sudden. Nothing sharp. Evenness soothes. Your breath finds a similar rhythm. In. Out. Steady. Thoughts slow to match. Urgency dissolves. Sleep follows rhythm. Tonight. Trust, gentle continuity. Nothing needs interruption. Rest grows here. Story 66. The unfinished puzzle. A puzzle sits unfinished on the table. Pieces scattered. Picture incomplete. You meant to finish it. The mind dislikes unfinished things. It seeks closure relentlessly. Night magnifies this urge. A monk once asked the Buddha about incompletion. The Buddha smiled. Life itself is unfinished. In the Majjhima Nikaya, acceptance is taught. Completion is not required for peace. Presence is enough. You imagine leaving the puzzle as it is. Pieces resting quietly. No pressure. The body responds with relief. The mind loosens its grip. Sleep settles in. Story 67. The folded jacket. A jacket hangs, folded over a chair, still holding warmth from earlier. Resting shape intact. You remember wearing it outside. Protection against cold. Now it rests. The Buddha taught adaptability. Protection when needed. Release when safe. You feel safe now. No armor required. Sleep confirms this. Story 68. The quiet bathroom light. The bathroom light is off now. Mirror dark. Still. Nothing reflected. Earlier, you looked closely. Checking. Adjusting. Judging. Night invites gentleness. The Buddha spoke of right view. Seeing without distortion. Resting the gaze. You allow the mirror to sleep. The mind follows. Sleep deepens. Story 69. The slow stretch. You stretch slightly under the blanket. Muscles respond gratefully. Tension eases. The Buddha honored the body's signals. Movement when needed. Stillness when complete. You settle again. No more adjustment needed. Rest arrives. Story 70. The long pause. Between breaths. A pause appears. Quiet. Unnoticed. Peace lives there. The Buddha taught awareness of this pause. Freedom hides in stillness. Nothing to add. Remain in the pause. Sleep unfolds naturally. All is calm. Story 71. The quiet laundry room. The laundry room is quiet now. Machines finished their work hours ago. Warmth still lingers faintly in the air. Earlier, clothes turned and tumbled. Noise filled the small space. Movement did what it needed to do. Now everything is still. Clean clothes wait patiently in baskets. Nothing complains about being folded later. You notice how work knows when to end. Even machines stop without regret. They do not replay their cycles. Your mind, however, keeps spinning, replaying moments, redoing conversations, habits formed from responsibility and care. A monk once told the Buddha about this spinning. He said his thoughts never stop turning. The Buddha listened kindly. He spoke of knowing when a task is complete. When washing is done, stop washing. When thinking is done, stop thinking. In the Satipatthana teaching, completion is awareness, seeing clearly that effort has ended, allowing rest to begin. You imagine your thoughts like laundry. They have been cleaned enough for today. They can rest unfolded for the night. The body responds immediately. Breath deepens. Jaw loosens. Signals of safety return. So many habits come from never stopping. Fear of falling behind. Fear of forgetting something important. But tonight, nothing needs your attention. The cycle has ended. Silence is the natural next step. The Buddha once said gently, "Rest is not laziness. It is wisdom, recognizing its moment." As sleep arrives, the laundry room stays quiet. No machines turning, no work calling. You rest with this simple truth. When the cycle ends, stop turning. Peace follows naturally. Story 72. The darkened hall mirror. The hallway mirror reflects almost nothing now. Light too dim for clear images. Only shapes and shadows remain. Earlier, you passed it quickly, caught a glimpse of yourself, checked posture, expression, fatigue. At night, mirrors lose their power. They no longer demand evaluation. Judgment fades with the light. A monk once worried deeply about his appearance, about how others perceived him. The Buddha smiled softly. He said the truest reflection is awareness. It sees without distortion. It does not criticize. In the Anguttara Nikaya, this teaching appears gently. Release concern with outward form. Rest in inner knowing. You imagine the mirror growing darker. Images dissolving completely. No self to inspect. The body relaxes when not observed. Muscles release their pose. Breath moves freely. So many habits form around self-monitoring. Checking, adjusting, correcting. Night invites release. Tonight, you are allowed to disappear a little. Not erased. Just resting. No reflection required. The Buddha once told a tired monk, "Stop looking for yourself everywhere. Sit and be." As sleep deepens, the mirror stays dark. Nothing to prove, nothing to fix. Peace arrives without reflection. Rest needs no image. All is well. Story 73. The unlocked window. The window is unlocked tonight. Glass, slightly cool. Curtains still. You trust the quiet neighborhood. No fear present. Just openness. Earlier in life, you learned to lock everything. Doors, windows, emotions. Safety meant closure. The Buddha spoke of wise openness. Not careless, not fearful, balanced and aware. In the Sayutta Nikaya, trust is cultivated gently. When danger is absent, relax the guard. Peace needs openness. You feel the night air faintly, fresh, clean, not intrusive. The body recognizes safety quickly. Muscles loosen. The breath deepens. So many habits come from guarding too long, even when no threat remains. Night teaches a different way. Tonight, nothing needs defending. You are already safe. Let vigilance sleep. The Buddha once said softly, "Fear fades when awareness rests." Rest comes when fear fades. The window stays unlocked. The mind follows. Sleep flows in quietly. Story 74. The quiet microwave clock. The microwave clock glows faintly. Green numbers steady. No countdown running. Earlier, it marked minutes precisely. Heated meals quickly. Measured time efficiently. Now it simply shows the hour. No urgency attached. Just presence. The Buddha taught freedom from measuring. Time used wisely. Not anxiously. Night belongs to neither past nor future. In the Dhammapada, haste is suffering. Patience is peace. Rest lives beyond clocks. You stop checking the time. The body relaxes immediately. Sleep does not follow schedules. Habits of counting dissolve. Minutes no longer matter. Only softness remains. The clock continues quietly. It does not rush you. Neither should you. As the Buddha might whisper gently, when time loosens its grip, the heart rests. Story 75. The cooling hallway floor. The hallway floor feels cool under bare feet. Smooth. Steady. Grounding. Earlier, the day heated everything. Movement. Friction. Effort. Now coolness returns. The Buddha taught grounding awareness. Feeling contact with earth. Stability calms the mind. In the Maha Satipatthana Sutta, sensation anchors awareness. Touch brings presence. Presence brings peace. You return to bed feeling steadier. The body settles easily. Sleep welcomes groundedness. Let the floor hold the day. You do not need to carry it. Rest now. Story 76. The silent phone charger. The phone charges quietly beside the bed. No notifications. No vibrations. Energy flows silently. No effort visible. Rest happening unnoticed. The Buddha taught restoration through stillness. Not all growth is active. Some happens quietly. You allow yourself to recharge. No checking required. Sleep does the work. Story 77. The folded towel. A towel hangs folded neatly. Clean. Dry. Ready when needed. Earlier, it absorbed water fully. Did its job well. Now it rests. The Buddha taught usefulness with balance. Serve fully. Then rest completely. This preserves clarity. You rest like the towel now. Nothing required. Sleep honors effort. Story 78. The darkened street. The street outside has gone dark. Most lights off. Movement ended. The world has agreed to rest. You can too. Nothing is missing. The Buddha spoke of collective stillness. Night reminds all beings. Rest is natural. Allow yourself to follow. Sleep arrives easily. Peace surrounds you. Story 79. The slow breath. Breath moves slowly now. In, then out. Unforced. The Buddha taught awareness of breathing. It carries the mind gently. No effort needed. Stay with the breath. Sleep unfolds. Nothing else matters. Story 80. The gentle night. Night holds everything quietly. No judgment. No demand. The Buddha taught trust in this holding. Let go completely. Rest is safe. As awareness fades into sleep, nothing remains undone. All is peaceful. The night is very still now. Nothing is moving quickly. Nothing is waiting for you. Your body has done enough today. Your mind has carried many things. Both are allowed to rest. Breathing happens on its own. Slow, quiet, reliable. You do not need to guide it. Thoughts may still drift by. Let them pass like distant clouds. No need to follow them anywhere. You are safe in this moment, held by the bed, held by the night. Nothing can be demanded from you now. Long ago, the Buddha spoke softly of rest. He reminded tired hearts to lay burdens down, to trust stillness as a wise companion. Tonight, you have listened well, not with effort, but with openness. That is more than enough. If the mind wakes briefly, let it. If sleep comes deeply, welcome it. Both are part of resting. There is nowhere else to go, nothing else to understand. This moment is complete. Let the edges of awareness soften. Let the voice fade into quiet. Let sleep take you gently. You are allowed to drift. You are allowed to let go. The night will stay with you.